It's all over the news again. The stock market is going down. It's time to sell all of your stocks. Go cash. Cash is king. Ignore all those panic cries. Stop following the herd and make your own financial and educated decisions. Here are 6 questions you should ask yourself before or during your investments. 6 questions that will make sure that your decisions are the best ones you can make, that they are educated, with full faith, and well considered. Let's get right into it, right after you hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and right after you subscribe to the Money Network. We have 1,650 members of the network already. Please join us and tell all your friends. What's up everyone, my name is Joris and welcome back to the Money Network. You saw it in the news, the stock market is going to crash, it's the end of your portfolio, it is time to act. Or it is time to start thinking. Investing in the stock market has its ups and it has its downs. Every so often the market dips, just as there are bull markets. People often love to only tell negative things, since negative news sells. As a result, people are too focused on the negative news and they forget the most important rule in investing. Time in the market will always outperform timing the market. As an investor, you should learn how to allocate your portfolio correctly to minimize your risk, while still making sure that you have a nice return on your investments. The stock market is actually a great way to invest your money and to achieve a nice return over time. But if you try to time the market and you sell and you buy and you go in and out of the market too often, you will probably miss a lot of return. If you are new to investing or you are well seasoned, you are investing for a while now, always make sure that you have a good answer on the following 6 questions. How is your financial knowledge? How much time do you want to spend on your investments? What's your risk profile? How long is your investment horizon? What is your investment goal? And what will the near future bring for investments? If you know an answer to all of these 6 questions, well, perfect. Click the video away. You're done. Then I can assume that your portfolio is well balanced and safe for the years to come. But if you don't have an answer to all 6 questions, or you are hesitant to that your portfolio can withstand what is to come, we will go over them one by one. Before you start investing, you should really ask yourself how good your financial knowledge really is. Do you know what you are investing in? Do you know what a share is? Do you know what a bond is? Do you know what an ETF is? Unfortunately, people often consider themselves to be more knowledgeable than they actually are. According to studies of Fabel-Fin and the European Banking Federation, only around 60% of Belgians are financially literate. But this study is very basic, and financial knowledge is often more present in later generations, in older generations. In Germany, the Westdeutsche Rundfunk did a study of over 1,000 students aged 14 to 29 and they interviewed them about their financial knowledge. Here, on average, 1 in 5 had ample financial knowledge. The others did not. A far cry from the 60% we saw earlier. And that same study found that only 1 in 3 was able to explain what a stock is. As you see, financial knowledge is extremely important, especially if you want to start investing and putting your money on the line. You shouldn't drive a car without a license, should you? Luckily, there are many options to learn more about personal finance, and the main one being, of course, being a part of the Money Network by subscribing to the channel below and watching our videos, of course. Don't forget to subscribe. The second important question you should ask yourself is how much time do you really want to spend on your investments? Some people want to spend hours and hours on end researching the best stocks, while others don't want to deal with investing whatsoever. They want to be invested, but they don't want to spend their time. Unfortunately, investing requires a little bit of research before you can actually start, but it is fun, don't get me wrong. You need the financial knowledge to start out with. Otherwise, you can just buy whatever, or you can trust whoever. Be very aware of that. And after that small introduction, you can set up a portfolio and invest in that same portfolio every month. And that way, once it's set up, you're only spending about 10 minutes every month setting up or investing in your portfolio. At that point, you don't even have to worry about diversification and or if the stocks are going up or down. Setting up a good portfolio is very important though. A portfolio is like a house, and your main investments are like the foundations of that house. The whole financial house rests on top of your foundation, on top of your basic investments. And if you don't want your house to fall over, you really have to have good foundation. And then afterwards, once you have your foundation, you can start adding details, adding walls, adding roof, adding windows, and so on. The more details you want to add, the more time you will have to spend to research those. But if you don't want to spend the time, having a good foundation already works. In the past, I have helped a lot of people setting up their portfolio, and once it was set up, they just keep investing over time. I still hear from them every so often, and they just follow the plan, and it works. Once your financial plan is in place, it's extremely easy to keep it updated. Question number 3, what is your risk profile? Online, there are so many tests to check how risk averse you really are. If you are a very prudent investor and you dislike movements in your portfolio, well, investing in a full equity, in a 100% stock portfolio might not be for you. But investing in a broad stock market fund, all equity, is rather safe, as long as you don't panic and you have a long investment horizon. Question number 4 is exactly that. How long is your investment horizon? If you are young and you still have several decades before your retirement, you have ample time. And at that point, you can also take a little bit of extra risk. Over the years, the investment returns return to their average, which proves to be a very good average for the broad index funds. But if you're close to retirement, you only have a decade or less left, and you will really need that money on your retirement, investing in a full equity fund might not be the best for you. It might have a negative return by the time you really need it. Question number 5. What is your investment goal? Are you investing for your retirement right now? Then you'll probably have plenty of time until you reach that point. Take your time to educate yourself, start investing, and let the investments grow. Make that money work for you. The same goes for investing for kids. Their investment horizon is so long, it's even longer than yours. So just start with a small amount on their investment account and let it grow over time. In 20 years' time, you will be very happy you did it. If you're looking for other types of investments like quick wins or get rich overnight type of ideas, consider looking for something else. Taking on huge risks in the hopes of striking it big overnight is only for the lucky few and should not be strived toward. Every investment has a certain risk and an expected return. The higher your risk, the higher your potential expected return. This is called the risk premium, which means that the higher your risk, the higher your potential return, but also the smaller the chance to get that potential return. It's not really sustainable if you go too risky. These investments, and you probably know a few of them, are very risky. They should be avoided or at least limited in your portfolio. And then question number 6, what will the near future bring for investing? Stocks are going down, interests are going up at crazy rates. Should we invest now or should we wait for a while? The thing is that no one really knows what will happen, and no one really knows how the market will react when something actually happens. Even when something is supposed to happen, the market still might act very weird. The best way to avoid losing money is to start investing as soon as you can and as often as you can. Investing every month or every few months using the dollar cost averaging method will prove to be very useful. This will make sure that you are able to build your wealth in a safe way over the years. Another tip I will give you is to just not follow the financial news. Even in the case of a major stock market crash, often it is best to stay invested. Because once a crash happens, and they will happen, they always happen, you will be panicking. And you will never be able to sell all of your stocks at the top and buy them back at the bottom. On the contrary, you might even sell them low and buy them even higher. I've seen people try to time the market and lose a lot of money on it. So take my word for it, just stay invested. It's the easiest thing to do. Because if you miss out on the 10 best investment days, which often follow the worst 10 days, you are missing out on a lot of return. What you could do, however, is when a big market crash occurs, you could put in some extra savings or at least some extra money into the stock market. Of course, this is extra and should not be counted towards. Investing is quite easy. It might even be boring. So why would you make it hard? Get yourself educated, make a financial plan, follow it, and you'll be set to go. That's it. Good luck, and I will see you next time.